Yo, what's up, man? Is it Michael? Let's talk about the power of influence. Many of us have the assumption that force is power, and power is only obtained when we have reached a certain kind of authority. However, that's false. Many of us interpret it as force is being power. That's not true. You see, it's really easy to force someone to do something when you have that authority. For example, parenting. Right? It's really easy to tell your kids to, hey, go do your bed, go clean the room, go do the dishes, go and do your homework. It's really very easy to force someone to do something. You see, force is really a good thing whereby it gets things done. However, there's one major flaw of it, is that it lacks the consistency. Meaning to say that you have to keep enforcing and enforcing. Perhaps several days later, you come back and then the room is in a mess, so you enforce it again. Or after your business trip, and then you come back and then the room is in a wreck, so you enforce it again. Enforcing becomes very tiring and taxing if you keep doing it over and over and over again. So how do we resolve this problem? The way to resolve this issue to get consistency is to have the power of influence. And power of influence is only obtained when you have the ability to explain. As simple as it sounds, explanation requires a whole lot of work to do. Firstly, it requires a lot of depth to do. Secondly, the temperament, right? The patience and the time to do so. Most problem that I find in people is that they actually have several issues that resulted them using force. Is first of all the lack of depth. Secondly, the lack of temperament. And thirdly is that they want to get it down fast, and they have the assumption that it will be done on a consistent basis. But they're wrong. What we really want is that consistency, right? You see, I've read the book from 8 Habits from Stephen Covey, the 8 Highly Effective People, that shares a very insightful quote from the book about power. It shares something very insightful about power, and it goes something like this. Being powerful is like a lady. You don't have to show it, but if you have to show it, you're not being very powerful. You see, it's really very easy to fall on the forceful side without much awareness. Remember, next time before you enforce someone to do something, you're only cleaning up the surface area. You want to get to the root of the problem so that it remains the consistency and able to do so frequently, so that you don't have to keep enforcing and enforcing. Alright guys, I'm Michael Tan and I'll see you guys soon. Hey, what's up, man? It's me, Michael. Alright, thank you for spending the time and quality watching the video. Alright, there's 2 things you can help me out now. First of all, is to spread among your friends, peers, colleagues, whoever you may find noticeable that they may need some help in this area, right? Share them such information, and it's free, right? Share them the information. And secondly is to subscribe so that there will be more contents coming up. Alright, I'm Michael Tan and I hope that you find these videos great.